What is going on, guys? Your boy Guns here, and I'm back from Disney. Yeah, I know, I got the Mickey sound and everything. But finally was able to test the new mages, guys. I'm super excited. Listen, the time with the family, words can't even describe how amazing it was. Definitely a core memory that we created over at Disney, so I'm definitely, happy about that. However, we did miss out on a lot of, the first 3-4 days of testing the new mages, but we got straight to it. A lot of you guys shared reports with me, and I greatly appreciate that from you guys. We're sharing reports, giving me information of how everything's going. But for today's video, I'm going to show you guys my 5 mage lineup that we were able to test in Abyss to get a good gauge of what we're going to be running. Also, I'm going to be showing you guys my 4 mage, 1 tank. We're going to be answering questions like, okay, you have Seluna and the G5 mages. Who should you go for? Who should you max first? All of that stuff. We're going to answer that here today. Okay. So going straight into it, guys. Going straight into it. Let me show you guys my 5 mage bomb lineup. This is my 5 mage bomb lineup right now. We got Mean Grimora. Okay. And I will show some reports, okay? I will show reports to show you guys everything that I tested since we've been fighting NXW. We got Mean Grimora with Exemplar Dragon's Fate, and I am running the Sand Glizzy. I still got to switch out Bristles and Interruption and Wild Agility, so this is not my final Sand Lizard build, but we'll get to that in a later video. We got Bertohar, the Mirage Orb, same thing, Sand Glizzy. We have Cantaman, and we have Vardun and Cantaman. My Cantaman is 5355. We have Exemplar Doom Bracers at level 3, also running it with the Sand Lizard. And in 4th, we got Muthea with the Phoenix Eye and a Sapphire Phaedrake. I do switch out the pet sometimes on this with the Shadow Phaedrake at times, but I do think the Sapphire gives me more bang for my buck there. We also got Seluna at 5251. And Bahorn Awakened at 4-star. We have Visage of Sanctus maxed, and we're running it with our good old Seraphic. So that is my 5 mage lineup. Now, with that being said, some of you guys have like different configurations that you have, which we can go down a massive rabbit hole. Okay, if you don't have X hero, who do you put? If you don't have this hero, who do you put? I did test out Seluna with Bahorn, Bertrand, and Thea, and let me tell you, she slaps with all 3 of them. Ultimately, I do think Bertrand is probably her best pair right now, but not by that much. Granted, she is at 5251 for me, so maybe Fully Awakened, I might change my mind, but I doubt it. Okay, based off my experience with mages, I've been a mage player for a very long time since global launch. So this is the 5 mage lineup that I have. Now for my 4 mage lineup, we got Mean Grimora, Vardun, Cantaman, Seluna, Thea, Bert, Tohar, and Joran Ella. My Joran Ella is currently at a 555 configuration, pretty much, not awakened, and they're already doing better than my Kumakwan. So I usually run those. And on top of that, also my Forgotten Shield is only at level 2. Okay, it's only at level 2, and it's still doing better than my Kumakwan. Does it take a little extra sevs? Sure. But I'm also dishing even more sevs out. Now, let me go ahead and show you guys some reports. Boop, 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 boop. I've been doing a lot of reports, and yes, I will show the talent trees at the end, guys. I've been saving reports to build this video for you guys. I know you guys have been waiting for this mage lineup video for a very long time, so I appreciate you guys being patient. But in order to make a video like this, guys, it requires me to do a lot of testing, a lot of trials. That way I make sure that I give you guys the best of the best possible based off my experience. I mean, guys, at this point, Mean Grimora doesn't need any more introduction. Mean Talea is up there, and there were times with Mean Talea that I got more merits, okay? But I'm still running the Mean Grimora. Right, you can see here 242k, 163k. We did Seluna Bertrand, Seluna. This was with Rays. This was without Rays. Still got amazing trades. They already expired. Here is a 5 mage lineup that I did prior to Cantaman. 190. I did Seluna. You see 114k. I love to show you guys the merit reports. That way you guys see that I'm not just talking out the hoo-ha. Thunderland Thea definitely fell behind. Back in the day, it was doing a lot better, I feel like, but kind of fell behind a little bit. 76k. Bert Tohar still going crazy for me. 127k. I even tested out good old Muthea or Muthalea. Muthalea was an early March that I ran back in the day. Still did really good. I put a little smiley face to kind of put the difference in reports here. I did a Thea Saluna. Thea Saluna is absolutely cracked. In the 4 mage lineup, I do run the Saluna Thea. In a 5 mage, I run Saluna Ballhorn. So once you go into the realms of the 5 mages, you definitely got to start moving some things around. That did better than my Mingramora there. And once again, you guys saw my Saluna was only at the 5-2-5-1 configuration. I even ran Magze. I believe this one was probably just an archer. This was an archer, and even archers, they did amazing. That's not what you guys are here for, though. I did a Mag Thunderlin. This is a nice 5-bomb here. Mag Thunderlin, 97k. Mingramora, 207. Bert Tohar, 117. Saluna Ballhorn, 105. Muthea, 99. So you guys are seeing, let's see, there's a show. We got a Mag Thunderlin here at a 2.0 KD. Kill death ratio. I mean, Mingramora like a 6.0 there. Bert Tohar at a solid 2.0 plus, almost 3.0. Saluna Ballhorn. This is against NXW, by the way, okay? This is not against average Joe Schmoes. We're talking about one of the best kingdoms in the game that we're going up against. And yes, this is with Razor Remedy. However, the main thing, and also my Sand Lizard rights, but the main things to focus on is the overall trades and comparison of to the other marches. You guys have always heard me say that yes, nice merit reports are good, but the main thing to focus on is the difference and disparity of merits between the marches. That way, for those of you guys that are in different parts of the game, whether you're in season 1 all the way up to end game, you're seeing how some of these marches are performing. And then Thea Saluna 109, Mingramora 201, Bert Tohar 96, and yes, Lilia Valen. Is Lilia Valen still viable in 2026? And I would argue and say yes. Right now, this one didn't even get a 2.0 trade, but there were several instances where they did do better than a 2.0 trade, and I'll show you guys. Mingramora 178, Thea Saluna once again at the 5-2-5-1 configuration, still getting into that 100k range. Amazing like 3.0 trade there. Lilia Valen at a 2.0 trade here. Now, the main thing with Lilia Valen is you have to have a Sand Lizard with it. If you run a damage pet with Lilia Valen in 2026, you would, especially in a top KBK, you get absolutely fried. You can see here that it outperformed my Bert Tohar there. But so it's not completely cooked for Lilia Valen. So if that's what you have, it's still doing really well. We did a Saluna Bert. Still had a pretty good trade here. This is without Raise of Remedy, okay, with obviously a damage pet here. I was running mainly my Seraphic, I believe. And then Magze, was this with Archers? This might have been with Archers. This was with Archers. On a non-Archer account, still doing pretty good there. And then Mingramora here, 3.0 plus, still did pretty good. I think my Mingramora had interesting situation there. Saluna Thea 130, Bert Tohar 115, Mingramora 174, Ming Valen 109, Mu Valen. This one was without Raise the Remedy, so it did absolutely amazing with the Sand Lizard. So Mu Valen with the Visage Sanctus attached with the Sand Lizard, absolutely insane. Another one here, same thing. No Raise the Remedy. You can see I'm hitting Scamron, who's a max player, and still getting a 2.0 plus, damn near a 3.0 trade there. This was when my boys freaking Crambro, Fluffy, a bunch of the guys just trolling. We're all just trolling. Ended up swarming me there. But anyways, Saluna Ballhorn 52k. Oh, this is a recent one, the main bread and butter that you guys are looking for. Saluna Ballhorn 52k. We're looking at a little guns math here. What, 5.0, 6.0 trade, crazy trade. This is Cantaman. This is Vardun and Cantaman at 5-1-1 configuration, already getting a 3.0 plus trade. Let me turn the camera on for this one. Now, you guys know I'm all about value when I'm talking to you guys, because I know that Some of you guys may not be able to invest in so many different marches. You want to get the creme de la crop per se. And let me tell you, man, Vardun and Cantaman are definitely not disappointing there. So that's up the 5111 configuration. I mean, Grimora in comparison, right? Max March there 105, Bertohar 66, move Thea 49. As I scroll up here so you guys can see it. So it's still trading really good even at the low config. You guys are seeing all the trades there. Here's another one here. Mean Grimora 117, Salute Allhorn 59, 63, 81. And then this is what Cantaman and this is when I invested into Canta. This is one of the biggest takeaways that you guys can see from this whole thing here. I put Cantaman at 5535, so I put all my tokens into him and barely noticed any difference in the merits, guys. And I will go further into that. Then I ran another one, Mean Grimora 94, Selena Ballhorn 45, Vardun, Cantaman 47 was this one. I finally got my. This is when I got my Doom bracers at Exemplar. Amazing. Yeah, I mean, you guys are seeing the trade 29 to 128, like just cracked. Bertohar 37 to 189, Muthea 31 to 114, and then even more testing for you guys, 18 to 149, 29 to 229, 22 to 309, and then I tested Vardun Thunderlin, absolutely went ham. 25 and 166. And what I loved about this is that a lot of you guys have a Thunderlin in a weird place where like you might not know where to put her because the Leia, the Thunderlin to Leia March has definitely fallen behind, especially in 2026 in our current status. We also got Muthea here at 27 to 148. Now, going into one of the biggest topics. People always, one of the biggest questions like guns. G5 mages are out, Saluna is out. Why did you go for Cantaman if you're saying that Vardun is so cracked? Now, here's the thing with these three heroes that are currently at the top of my list, okay? Let me tell you guys first what I'm doing, okay? I want to awaken the G5 mages as fast as possible. And they are 100%, based on what I've been seeing, doing better than Mean Grimora, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Okay, like, I mean, if you were to tell me a few months ago that the G5 mages were going to outperform Mean Grimora, I would be like, yeah, that's funny, maybe a little bit, but dude, they're doing like some of the reports I've seen, they've been cooking. Okay, as of now. Okay, metas can change, things can change. Maybe some of you guys watch this video 2-3 months later down the road, because I do take several months at a time to post my Mage videos to make sure that I bring you guys the best of the best. But dude, absolutely crazy how well they're doing. Now, how I mentioned Cantaman, I put so many tokens into him. I did so many retrains to make sure that I get all my other skills 5/5, and then the rally one at 3, or even at the lowest one. That way I make sure I get the most bang for my buck. Didn't really make a difference, okay? And the reason for that is because Cantaman really needs Vardun to be awakened to really start doing the damage that they need. They're like PB&J, okay? And the thing about Cantaman, which for some of you guys that may be good news, is you can probably go with another hero like Vardun Valen, Vardun Thunderlin for now, before going more into Cantaman. And the reason for that is because one, they're not even out in dailies yet. So for now, and I'll get into that, it depends on your spend level as well, why you do that, right? Because you're like, well, guns, you're saying that you can go Vardun, but you went in Cantaman. So here's the reason why. I want to awaken the G5 mages ASAP Rocky as soon as possible. And if I were to put all my tokens into Vardun and get him to, 160 heads away from awakening, what does that mean for Cantaman? That means that Cantaman's going to have to get awakened by just pure dailies and events and stuff like that. And maybe Grimior, but Grimior is definitely pushing that high spender level. And that's going to limit me down the road. So I want to put everything into Cantaman now, especially that I've seen that they're doing really dang good. And I'll show you guys some reports from our guy Balakaz over there from NXW. Shout out Balakaz from NXW for sharing his reports versus IMFS. And IMFS is no joke, guys. We got a lot of good infantry, a lot of good players here. So it's not KVK 500 reports, you know what I'm saying? So and I'll get to that. So I went with Cantaman because he's a SLO hero, and he's going to be the hardest. He's going to be a lot more difficult to pump heads into as opposed to Vardun. He is a wheel commander, and for him, we're going to 200x spin him and get him going faster and faster. So I'm going to be able to awaken this pairing substantially faster than if I went Vardun. Now we get into the next topic. We got Saluna guns. We got Vardun. We got Saluna. We got Cantaman. Who do I go? How do I do it? If you're high spend, similar to how I am at this moment, then I would say throw all your heads into Cantaman and then work on Vardun by full sending on the wheel. That way you get them awakened as quickly as possible, and you're not limited by not being able to work on Cantaman through a wheel or whatever. Okay. But before you do that, get Saluna to at least a 5-1-5-1 configuration and call it good. You guys seen the reports? There's the proof. Okay, it's right there, right in your face. There's the proof. Get Saluna to 5. This is for more high spend advice. Okay, get Saluna to 5-1-5-1. Call it good. Pair her with Bertrand, Thea, Ballhorn, depending on who you have in your lineup and what you have available. Okay, even Atheist, believe it or not, I've seen it. I tested it and it did pretty solid. If you're stretching that far to use a purple hero, and then yeah, so that's how it is for the high spends. Saluna 5-1-5-1, full send Cantaman, and work on Vardun through wheels. Now if you're more on the low, now we're going from high spend to low spend. If we're going to go bang for your buck, I will say Saluna 5-1-5-1. But good luck. Now, the thing with that is that it's very dangerous because it is very difficult to get to the 5-1-5-1 configuration. Some people have reported to using multiple thousands of gems to get there. So that could be pretty rough. So if you're not up to that gamble, skip the 5-1-5-1 configuration and just full send on Vardun. Everything in Vardun, like, he is absolutely insane. I went through and looked at the reports to see, like, okay, and this, and you know how in each report, depending on how long the fight was, you can have 1 to like 60 different interactions. Vardun continuously just did more damage. He's just so cracked, guys, especially once you get him awakened and you get him going. Okay, so Vardun would definitely be the first one that you want to full send with. You can pair Vardun with Valen, Thundolin. As of right now, I'm not sure if Thundolin or Valen is better, but a lot of you guys probably have some of those heroes awakened. Some of you guys have Valen already ready, so just go ahead and use him. Some of you guys are already using your Lilia with your Thea, so that frees up your Valen to be able to be used again and get off the bench. As well with the Thundolin, you guys saw it did well there. Now that's how I would say it, and at least for the low spend side, I would say full send Vardun. After Vardun, go Saluna, right, and then Cantaman in third, right? You guys see how like it's so different depending on your spend levels there, because the thing about Cantaman, he's one of those heroes like you have to awaken him. I mean, I showed you guys. He was at 5-1-1 configuration. I put 500 tokens into him, and it made a 5K difference now. And I'm glad I was able to see that, because some of you guys might see that and be extremely discouraged and be like, this pairing sucks. No, it's not necessarily that. You need to have Vardun at a really good level to fully make the whole thing come together, okay? Now, on the mid-spend side of things, I would say it's similar to the high spend. I would say it's very similar to the high spend. But even some of you mid-spenders, I would say what the first one that I told you guys more on the high spend side. Mid-spenders, I would still say go Vardun, full send Vardun, get him awakened, then go Saluna. In the meantime, you can run your Vardun with Valen and Thundolin so far that I've tested. Maybe another hero might work. We'll see as long as our tests come. And then go from there. Vardun, Saluna, then Cantaman. Now, yeah, so now I'm sure you guys saw the next question is going to be, okay, do I go for the Magic Fox or the Sand Lizard? Listen, my stance on damage pets compared to sand lizards still stands the same. If you're willing to waste a college tuition, go for the damage pet. Okay, if you're not willing to waste the college tuition, go with the sand lizard. With the current meta in the game and the amount of counterattack damage, especially Jorah Ellen with that brimstone, you're gonna absolutely get fried. Even at a decent magic fox, I accidentally bought my EOS skill. I was not trying to, and yeah, let's just say it was a long day. But yeah, just go with the sand lizard. If now, with that being said, if you're looking to bring utility to your alliance, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, but the defense breaks pretty much only applies, at least from the magic fox. Someone was saying that it only applies to your hero from the actual pet, but the heroes themselves apply to everyone. That also was what was explained to me. I still got to do further testing on that. If you have more information on that, please put it in the comment section below. But that's pretty much where I stand as far as the pets go. As far as the artifact goes, I know you guys saw me with the dooms bracers on there. I mean, listen, additional effect. You need a rune, okay? Which who's the only one that gets your rune? Vardun is the only one that gets your rune. Magic attack. 18%. Once you max it, it's 25%. So just absolutely cracked. And once you awaken Vardun, he immediately gets a rune. He get 25%. I mean, guys, it's just broken, bro. It's so insane. It's so insane. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get into the talents. Before this becomes a 50-minute video. Okay, we got our guy Ming, Bert, Cantaman, Moo, and Saluna. Those are the ones I'm going to show you guys the builds for. Okay, we got Ming. Our guy Ming has still been the same for a very long time. Where's our guy Ming? All right, here is Ming's setup. For the longest times, I used to run Thirst for Blood, but for this one specifically, this is the build that I run, going for with the Thirst for Blood. Okay. And now for our next one, we have Bert. And listen, trust me, I hear you guys. I read a lot of comments, almost damn near all the comments. I got to catch up on some comments because I just came back from Disney. But listen, when it comes to Bert Tohar, he is insane, guys. You guys saw the reports, man. I'm not making this up. I'm not trying to just sell you guys a G. Is it G3? I think it's G3. Or G2? Yeah, I'm not just trying to say you guys a G2 hero. He's cooking still. Okay? I think the exemplar makes that difference because I was talking to my boy, Mystic Phantom, fellow content creator. I think it was him. I may be wrong, but anyways, he was saying that he runs, I don't know if he runs a similar build, but he was saying that he had pretty much everything I have except for exemplar, and it's not doing well for him. So maybe my exemplar is carrying this March, but I mean, you guys saw it, guys. It's performing absolutely amazing, and there's the build here for good old Bert. And then going into our next one, we got Cantaman, the brand new Cantaman. This is the build that I was running on him. So it's literally the same one as my Bert. Look, when it comes to testing builds, this is what I like to do. I like to choose something that I know that works. For example, Bert Tohar, they've been around for so long and I've tried so many different talent trees on them, and finally I found one that works. Shout out to my boy Soma. He's the one that recommended this build for me, and ever since he recommended it to me, I never went back. Okay, next one is Moo. An oldie but goodie. We came up with this build right when she came out, and she's been doing absolutely amazing here for good as Saluna. For Moo, a lot of sustainability here. Honestly, it's a great setup. I've tried so many different setups, full PvP, everything, and ultimately I always come back to the oldie but goodie. And then finally we have Saluna, and I did post a video on her. It's the same builds that I'm running on her. This is more of a damage build setup. Now, if you're in a KVK where maybe you're facing a tougher opponent, where your decos aren't as much as their decos, vice versa, or whatever the case may be, if you're looking for a little bit more survivability, you can switch from this setup that I have over to this one to get more survivability. And This one might be better. I honestly, I've tried it once, and it wasn't enough to say, okay, this one's better. But if I had a bet based off my knowledge in the game and how crazy counterattack damage is, especially in KVK 1, this one might be better. But I've been running this one mainly. But yeah, I mean, did I show you guys all the pets? I think I did show you guys all the pets. Oh yeah, I did. Here's the Sanglizzy on this one. Sanglizzy on this one. Sanglizzy on this one. Sanglizzy, or sorry, Sapphire on this one. Unfortunately, not 310 Spirit. I know. I've tried 15k plus pet regions on that one. Devs, please help us out with pet regions. They absolutely cook us and demoralize us. So, but yeah, guys, I know that was a lot of information there. So if you guys have any questions, guys, please ask away in the comment section. I'll gladly answer all the questions that you guys have. And I cannot wait to get these heroes in even a higher configuration. With that being said, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys drop a like on this video. Definitely helps me out a ton. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, guys, hit that sub button, turn on the bell notification, let you guys know when I go live or drop a new video. Peace, y'all.